What's up, man? Welcome to Beyond the Wall. It's pretty cold out here tonight. We're on our way to go pass out some food and some gear, some blankets and stuff to the homeless out here in South Salt Lake. He's called me up today talking about they have a guy, his name is Jake, that's running for office out here, House of Representative for our district. And I guess some of the background was he grew up on the streets, had some troubles and stuff, and he's decided to put his hat in the race to try to make a difference. A couple of homies know him, they're related to him, so we just coming out here to support him, but really supporting anybody that's trying to do something for the community. I think he's running on a platform on tenant rights. We got a lot of homeless. We got a real big homeless problem out here in Utah. And the sad thing is that it's not unique to just Utah or any other city. We have a homeless problem all throughout the United States of America because of the state of the economics that we're in. Not only that, high prices, especially for housing. Like, not too many of us right now that if we ain't own a home already can afford a home. Unless you're making over $150,000, $200,000 a year, you're not gonna be able to afford a home. All the houses in Utah out here, I know personally because I've been looking, you're not gonna get a decent home for less than $400,000. And not only that, I work, between me and my wife, we work, and whatever lease agreement, whatever mortgage we get into, we're able to afford, maybe a $2,200, $2,500 a month mortgage. But because of my lack of credit history, because I've been in prison for the last 20 plus years, none of these lenders will even entertain any conversation with me about it. When they start running my credit, they just see it as a blank for the last 20 years, and they're like, "Hey, where you been?" And me, I don't have no secrets. My life is on the net. My stories, it's for people to view and do what they do with it. So I tell them, yeah, I've been incarcerated for the last 2 decades. When we get to that part of the conversation, they're just like, "Oh, well, yeah, you're gonna need to rebuild your credit and this and that." But really, my wife already owns a tattoo shop. We already pay $1,800 for the place that we're staying at a month, and we want to get into our home, and we can afford the mortgage. Like, I have no doubt that we can afford the mortgage. We have a 2-income household, but but the way the system works is they're not gonna, entertain anything unless you have that credit line. Okay, I guess over here, we're just doing a caravan, following people out. Like, I'm gonna show you this. This is like a tent city right here, a little part, but it's all spread out throughout the whole valley. Really in the Salt Lake area for the most part, but it's a sad situation that a lot of our fellow communities are in, and anything that I can do to help it, I'm gonna try. So, for Beyond the Wall, my objective is just to take you guys through our city, let us know that, show you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let people know that, we're all suffering the same shit, man. We're all going through the same shit, and it takes all of us to help each other out. That's the homie's got a trunk full of stuff right there. These are people, it's a tent city. I don't want to get none of their faces or anything like that. We're just here Salt Lake. Yes. These are all the volunteers that are helping out today.
Solo.
Some more that way.
What's up, Mesa?
What's up, honey? What's up, Dad? So what you guys doing today, man?
So we're out here with several nonprofit groups and then others that just want to come out and serve the community. We have Kim Boylan, who is with Paddle with Care, Coco, who's with the Coconut Hut, then of course us, Day One. And there's a couple others that we just met, can't remember their names, but we're out here not only feeding the homeless, but we're also providing coats and blankets, and then just some survival stuff as far as like and some hygiene, like toothpaste, toothbrush, and all that stuff. So that's what we're out doing, and we're also out with here supporting Jakey Ciolo, who's running for District 22, and just his campaign, his team that's out here that's just trying to get into the community and give back to the community. So,
You know, in Utah, we got mountains everywhere, man.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful place, but sometimes it's sad that, you know, some of us people in our community are going through what they're going through. So, let me get back with you guys.
and Laura been donating a lot of stuff to us. Another one I want to give a shout out to real quick, man, if you don't mind, is the JR Way. We still got a lot of stuff that she's donated. JJ's also Carrie. JJ Carey. She's also donated a lot of stuff. Leon Katoa over at the locker room out in Sugar House. He's donated a lot of coats for us as well. So there's several others. KOA Securities, Tua the Don and his team also donated quite a bit of stuff to help our cause. So I just want to give a shout out to them. And I know I'm missing a couple. I apologize. But other than that, yeah, that's what we got.
If you'd like to know, come and talk to me. You can test with just the residue of the bag and the residue of a pill. You don't have to give up your bump. I want you to test. This will test for fentanyl. Okay? Let me know if you want to.
You know, I'm here to support and do whatever they need me to do.
That's the best part right there.
It's real good, Oos. Are you on some pizza? Hey, thank you so much.
So half a cup of water for everything else adds to it, okay?
Which one do you want? No, I need you to pick pepperoni or cheese. How about pepperoni and cheese?
You got it.
All right. Pepperoni, yeah.
Naloxone? Narcan. Do you want a Narcan or naloxone? So I have the naloxone. One is the injectable and one is the yes. And then let me get you. Okay. Do you need test at all? You can use it for, and I think you can test for coke and meth too. If you need to, for any coke and meth, you need to use half a cup of water, and you can use the residue from the bag. You don't have to use the bottle. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm coming. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I like it. That one. I like it. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You guys mind if I can get a couple words? I do a YouTube channel. I've been documenting Dez and Solo and them
Oh,
and
nice.
things they're doing. So you guys just let me know what you guys are doing. If that's okay.
Yeah, we're with the Coconut Hut, and we do outreach with the Unhoused community.
What's your name?
I'm Angie.
And you?
Curtis.
Okay, you guys are with the Coconut Hut.
Yep, and we provide survival supplies for those experiencing homelessness. Do you want cigarettes?
How long you guys been doing this?
Well, the Coconut Hut has been around since last December, but I've been doing this for about 3 years.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know how long have you been doing it, Curdy?
I started last January.
Yeah, this is blankets.
So what got you guys involved in this type of work?
Well, I actually
when I was a kid, my mom would take me around. We lived in California, and on Sunday we would make little sack lunches and go pass them out. And so ever since then, I just really love doing this kind of stuff. Plus, I would be in this situation if I didn't have the support system I have.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Got your hands
Want me
full.
just to put them in the bag?
Yeah, that'll work. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, like, you know, like, it's, I haven't seen like the homeless population as big as this in for forever.
I think it's the worst it's ever been, just with the pandemic, and it's just so sad and unfair how it's disproportionately affecting, you know, people of color. And hey, Lee, how are you? Do you want blankets? Are you okay, bud? You look like you're out of breath.
Yeah, hopefully, like, part of my goal is to get more awareness, and hopefully more people will come and get involved and help out, you know, because it's going to take more than us to fix this problem or even help it.
Oh yes, it's systemic for sure.
Yeah.
Any blankets? Do you want cigarettes?
Okay, thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
What you doing over here, Sole?
What's up, bro?
Yo, I'm making coffee over there. There you go, mama. No, it is. I don't want to touch it. Ruin it. Ah, coffee, okay. Oh, I know, right, son. I know, what? I'm going to
What you got right here?
I'm going to chop it. Coffee and hot chocolate. That's that taster's choice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know about that taste. I made it this morning,
Oh,
so.
hell yeah.
What happened?
Good stuff.
You did?
What's up, big dog? Coffee and hot chocolate, brother. Hot chocolate. You want some snacks? Did you get some snacks?
Are you from part of any of the organization out here? Some of the groups
No,
out
I
here?
just saw Jakey's call to action and decided to join it.
We got pepperoni pizza and cheese pizza here.
Yep.
Yeah, man, you good, man.
What's your name?
My name is Megan Griggs Orsini. I go by Whiskey Meg.
And what are you doing out here?
We are out here serving the unhoused communities, our brothers and sisters that are without homes, making sure that they know how to test for fentanyl. We don't judge. We have absolutely no judgment of what anyone's doing. We just want to give people the best opportunity to stay alive.
How long you been involved in work like this?
I am a woman in long-term recovery, and I started that journey 16 years ago, which has led me here to work with Coco. I've only been working in this sector with the unhoused for about a year. Yeah, but I've worked in the recovery community for 16 years. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. This is bad out here, man. You know, but it's bad out in every city all across the United States. You know, they get moved from one spot to another. You know, they'll send the police come in and have them, make them pack up their shit, move somewhere else. You know, I really don't want to put anybody's faces on here. Don't need to be on here. But this is just a smaller. We're off to our next location. You know, you're gonna be leaving me behind. We're off to our next location. And it was just a small encampment, but they say there's a really big one where we're headed to. And it's just sad to see, you know what I mean? Like these people, like the guys from Day One, Utah, they work a lot with the homeless and the kids. You know, not the kids that are homeless, but, you know, kids that are in that space where they're getting in trouble or they just gotten in trouble. But they do a lot of outreach with the homeless in the community out here. But, you know, again, like, it's real easy for any of us to end up in a situation like this. You know, me, like, I've been blessed that I came home to a great situation with my wife and my family and the friends that I have around me that extended their hands to help me get on my feet and help me do what I'm doing. And supporting me. But, you know, a lot of people don't have that support system. You know, like, we're not here to discuss how they end up where they're at. You know, we don't really care. You know, what led them here. We just want to help. You know, and we're working on programs and stuff to help them, like, get out of these situations. But it's a hard battle to fight, I'm finding out, because, you know, the politicians and all the people that, you know, and all the power that may be, they complain about the homeless situation, they complain about the crimes, they complain about all these things, but they're really not really doing anything to help it. Like you see with me today, all the people, these are just people in the community. None of them are from the government, none of them are from the state, from the feds. These are just concerned citizens that are out here donating their time, donating their money and their efforts, and coming out here trying to, you know, just help. Like, we don't know if this is really gonna make a difference in people's lives or anything, but we know for today, they're gonna get something to eat, they're gonna get something hot to drink, and you know, something warm for the night. Like, the weather is gloomy, it's cloudy, it's cold as shit, you know, but I'm all bundled up. I got my coat, I got my vest, I got my gloves. But some of these people don't have that stuff. Some of these people are just out here, you know, with the shirt on their back. And, you know, for the last few months, we've been, you know, gathering some stuff. Like out here, if I can show you guys out here, it's just tents everywhere, you know. But I work in the camera by myself, so I don't want to be getting in a wreck. But, and this camera doesn't change, like when you record it, doesn't turn. But we're about to pull up into a really big homeless encampment. And you know, I'm not here to compare it to any of the other cities, because there's a lot, you know, there's bigger problems in these bigger cities. I'm just here to do what I can for my city, and that's Utah. This is where I'm from. This is where I want my effort to have a difference in, and these are the people out here in my community that are putting in the work to help. So, you know, let's get to it. It's raining, it's wet out here. Should I put on my damn boots? The community work is dirty work. So what is this place right here? Can I get a couple words from you?
Oh, yeah. What do you want me to say?
I don't know. You want to take off your mask?
Oh, yeah.
Who are you and what you're doing out here?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, my name is Jakey Ciolo. Live downtown Salt Lake City. I'm running for Utah State House of Representatives for District 22, which is basically downtown Salt Lake City, the avenues, Marmalade District, University of Utah. So this is also part of my campaign, wanting to, you know, get voters and people that support me their hands dirty, you know. And so not only want to, you know, the campaign isn't about me, it's about the people. And so that's why we're out here serving the unhoused. And we're here at Day One Utah and Coconut Hut.
Well, what made you want to run for office?
There's many reasons. One, like representation for Pacific Islanders. We don't have a single Pacific Islander representative, senator. We have maybe 2 councilmen that are Pacific Islander across the whole state. And so wanting more representation for our people, but also because, you know, I have to work 2 jobs to afford to live in my district. And I think that everyone should be able to, you know, be entitled to housing, safe place to live for their families, for their kids. So lots of reasons, but yeah.
Well, what is making the house prices go up? I mean, what's driving all these people into the streets?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is Utah is one of the worst states for tenant rights. So where Utah's a very landlord heavy state where there's no restrictions on how much a landlord can increase the rent. They could lie to you that, you know, that inflation or market prices are going up, but, you know, we're very landlord friendly. And so if we're not taking into account the tenants and the renters, you know, it'll just a circle of homelessness and poverty and stuff like that. So
You lived here all your life?
yeah. I went to high school in St. George, southern Utah, but I was born in Rose Park, lived in Utah County, but now I've lived in Salt Lake City for the last 4 years. So
What do you think in the last few years you've seen like the homeless situation has gotten worse in the last few years?
yeah, definitely has gotten worse. And I think the population's shifted. You know, just yesterday when I was serving the homeless with my work, there was a family of maybe 15, probably 7 little kids, you know, under the age of 10 who are sleeping on the streets. And so not only are we seeing, you know, single adults or older adults, but we're seeing children and families who, you know, either get stuck here or many reasons as to why. But
And what are some of the issues that drive people to a homelessness?
yeah, I think one, like evictions. So Utah is one of the only states in the country that has like a 3-day pay or vacate, you know. And so if you don't have your rent in 3 days, you know, if you pay your rent late, then you only have 3 more days to pay or else you get evicted.
Really?
And so then once you're evicted, then it's hard to find an apartment, you know. And I work with domestic violence survivors, and so many times those survivors are, you know, they're stuck with an eviction notice because they had to flee a violent situation, and then it becomes even more impossible to get housing because they have bad credit, and then they also have an eviction. And then, you know, if you have criminal history, then you add on an eviction, you add, you know, convictions, things like that, and it just makes it even harder to find housing. So
I mean, is the state or the Fed, have they done anything to help like with the problem? Like,
I would say that the state is working on it. I think like the city was mainly taking a lot of the weight, and I think the legislative body is finally kind of owning up to the fact that homelessness is not only in Salt Lake, but it's in St. George, it's in northern Utah, and so it really is a state issue. And you know, they are doing things like there is the new homeless encampment downtown where it has like 50 individual pods, so much more equitable spaces, but I think more needs to be done, you know. So, yeah.
how often are you out here helping these guys out?
You know, probably, you know, at least once a week, if not more. So, really, whenever I have free time, me and my friends just do it for fun, you know, like we like to serve the people and be with each other. So, yeah, as often as I can.
Yeah, what can you say to encourage the rest of the people in our community to come out and get their hands dirty?
I think just show up and show out. I know it can be a little scary, like, you know, maybe you've never done it, you don't know what you know, the stigma that surrounds the unhoused population is that, you know, they're violent, that they're drug addicts, that they chose to do this, you know. But a lot of the times that's fake. And so just showing up and like also not only just like showing up to hand them food, but like have real conversations with these people because they're our neighbors. So, yeah.
So how many votes you need to get in office?
That's a good question. As many as I need. More than my opponent.
Well, how many other people got that's running for the same position that you're running for?
There's 3 of us running, and so we're just totally opposite candidates, you know.
Yeah.
They're all homeowners, they come from money. I am, you know, I work 2 jobs like I said, I'm a renter, I work on the ground, I work in community, and so I think that I have a leg up.
Yeah. Well, tell people where they can find you and support you.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at VoteJakey. That's Jakey. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram. A website will be coming soon. But you can also find me through Day One Utah or the Coconut Hut, Salt Lake.
And when is this election supposed to take place?
The election is June 25th of this year. So it's quite some time, but
it's around the corner, right?
It is around the
Time
corner.
goes fast out here.
Time goes fast.
Yeah, so we got to get this stomping. Right?
But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I appreciate your time,
Yeah,
brother.
thank you. Thank you
for having me.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah. Like we were saying, like, you know, dude, his story was, you know, after COVID, when he came out, his company shut down and he couldn't make his rent, and they gave him like a couple days and kicked him out of the house or the apartments that he was living in. You know, and a lot of these people, they just want to have a place. You know, I asked him like, why is he going back to work? It's like, well, he can't leave to go look for a job because all his shit would get stolen.
Yeah.
And then you say they got bulldozers and shit that comes in and fucking.
So that's a fact. So I seen it myself. So there's actually videos of that. Even Coco has documentation and all this. I seen the videos. I was actually there when they bulldozed the one roughly about 100 south, and I can't remember what west. But anyways, the city workers would just come in there with their skidster and their mini and just start tearing everything down. If you got tents all put up, they come over there and just swipe that shit. They give you a certain time to get up out of there. If people still in that tent, that fucking skidster is just running that shit over. So a lot of them city workers, man, and they know, I understand they're doing their job, but a lot of that shit they do is dangerous too, because they don't know who's inside those tents. They don't go in there to verify if there's people still sleeping in there. But they're pretty ruthless when they go in there and tear them camps down. They're not nice about it. To me, it's like, for me to watch that shit, it's man, it's like, man, fuck you type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, how you not have any empathy or fucking anything
None.
in your heart? Right?
None. They have none.
Yeah.
You know, and there's this late, man, when I see her face though, but yeah, she's one of the ruthless ones that go down there, and she leads these abatement. They call them abating these camps.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're pretty ruthless about how they go up in there and tear these camps down. So
Yeah, they rather take all these guys' stuff, throw them in the garbage, and allow them to have it. They make their situation worse.
right,
Like, all you're doing is just moving them from one location to another. That's all you're doing.
that's it. You know, and then like the gentleman spoke about you know, getting out of the county jail and not making it, and you know, it's something that we've been aware of, because since then, of course, everybody know that the cost of living and everything just skyrocketed. No one has a chance when they get out to start all over again, because when they went in, if you was paying rent for a 2-bedroom apartment at $1,000, it's now $2,000 or $2,200 for a 2-bedroom apartment. That's twice as much as what you was paying for when you went to the county jail.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, the system is designed for us to fail. You know, even for the ones that's getting out of prison, to start all over again is designed for us to fail. You know, and I don't care how any of them say, you know, well, we offer this and that, man, that's all full of shit, because
Oh, I know it. I'm going through it firsthand right now.
you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know, like I talked about, the two biggest things, my biggest obstacles, because I'm not from Utah, but when I got out, I didn't have my social security card, my birth certificate. I had to call my sister back in California while I was still in prison and have her start working on this paperwork, because I knew the issues that I was gonna deal with. So she started getting on all that shit, because I didn't want to go through what everybody that came back on a fucking violation because they couldn't get a job. They had so much time to get a job, but they were still working on, well, how do I go and get my Social Security? I mean, that's shit I didn't know either. You know what I mean? So luckily I had a sister that was able to help me out to get right. Without that, man, I guaranteed I was set up to fail. So, and I failed before that because of that. You know, and after the third time around, I figured it out. But those are the two biggest things. If we don't have our Social Security card and ID, how are we expected to find a job, right? They ain't gonna go off your prison ID. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, and that's what we're doing, helping a lot of these individuals that's getting out the state joint out here, is directing them to the proper places that can assist them with these issues. So, and like I said, we have a list of apartments that would, and it's not many, that would accept felons, because we all know that when we get out, we're already turned down. Even if we had the money to put the down payment and all that shit, we're already shot down automatic because of our background. So to find a place to live, it's already 0% chance. It is real. The percent is real low. Like I said, we already did the legwork on finding a list of apartments that would accept the felon. And of course, it all depends on the severity of their crime. And then we already did the legwork for companies that are willing to accept people that has felony on their record. So I mean, and that's what we're doing. We're going to continue working on providing them lists and try to grow that list by making these connections and just networking.
Yeah. If you're out here locally, man, and you need some help to get on your feet, need to find out the resources, where to go, like tap in with Dance at Day One Utah, man.
Yep. And again, it's Day One Utah. We have other branches out in California, and that's why we broke it down to separate these branches. Again, what Mesa said, we're with Day One Utah. We got a branch up in Washington, New Mexico, California. We're getting ready to kick one off in Arizona. So we appreciate all the support. You can find us on Facebook, same handle, Day One Utah on Instagram and Day One Utah on Facebook.
Yeah. River. What's this, a Jordan River?
Yup.
It's a nasty ass river.
Oh, man.
Don't drink the water from this river.
You gotta. They had a fence right here. They tore it down because makes it easy for the city people to just come right in there. Oh, here it is, right here.
Yeah.
It's the fence right here. You see, it's all wired up. So
They're trying to block them off from coming over here.
Yup. You can see shit over there on the other side of the river. All that shit. See all that massive shit?
Yeah. They got plenty of bodies in this river.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Plenty of bodies up in this river. Now look down here. Look at all that shit.
It's the underbelly of Utah, man.
Yeah.
But it's like this in every city.
Now this is the camp right here. And this is where they defecate at, right over here. They come over here and this is where they defecate at. See all that shit. So. No. Yeah, it's all under here. And a lot of them moved to the other side because they can't bulldoze this shit.
Yeah.
So a lot of them have moved to the other side of this bridge. So
How long they been using this place right here for their encampment?
So I've probably been here been visiting this one for the past 2 years, maybe 3 now, during COVID, yeah. So 3 years now. Solo and Coco knows all this place, but I came here with my kids probably 2 or 3 times. Me and Solo a couple of times. This is like our 3rd time around. But for the past 2-3 years, I visit here and there when I'm able to, and donate what I have or drop off pizza. It's hard when it's only a small group of us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just too much. It's just too much to provide. See, and they already updated everybody there because if you can see, this is where they're doing all the new construction. They got the new roads in. You see all the sewer lateral pipe marker, the dead end markers all sticking up.
Yeah.
So there was a bunch of them down here too. But this is all new development. So, but anyways, that camp is further down.
Yeah.
You know, that's where they're all at now. And pretty soon they'll get abated from over there.
And what they do, they just bring in the bulldozers and just bulldoze all their shit.
They come in with their heavy equipment and just start knocking shit down. So, and you know, they pack up. Sometimes it's early in the fucking morning. You know, a lot of them are still sleeping. They've been up all night trying to stay warm and shit. So a lot of times they catch up on their sleep during the day. You can see it as you pass by during the day. A lot of them still sleep in the morning because they're still trying to catch up on their sleep because they've been up all night trying to stay warm and not freeze to death.
Yeah.
So, but that's what they go through, man. And like, yeah, man, it's a lot, man. A lot. You just gotta, you know, we just got to keep persevering, just keep getting out there and do what we can. But yeah, that's it, man. So like I said, this is further down. It's a ways.
That's a long ass bridge. I didn't even know this bridge out here existed. Yeah, he just showed me like the place where these guys used to camp out before they got ran off. But that's all they're doing. They're just moving these the homeless situation from block to block, city to city. They're not doing anything, putting anything in place to help resolve it. Like one of the guys that we was talking to, you know, he wants to go out and get a job. There's people out here that's healthy, that are not addicts or nothing, but the situation because of the economy, you know, because of COVID. You know, when COVID hit, a lot of business went out of businesses. So when they thought they had a job, went back up to show up to go work, those people was like, man, we closed down, we broke, you know. So, and then now they can't pay their rent. And like I was interviewing, what's his name, Jake?
Yeah, Jake.
Jakey, you know, he was saying the tenants, you know, the landlords, all the power is within the landlord. They missed their rent a few days, they're getting evicted. And now they find themselves on the streets. And the guy that I spoke to, you know, he was like, man, I can't leave to go find a job. As soon as I leave, somebody's gonna steal my shit. And I guess they had a encampment where they had a place where people could store their stuff.
They do.
They had generators, they had showers and everything. But they came and closed that down. They came and ran them off. You know, it's like, you know, these aren't situations. You're not even putting a bandage on the situation. You just don't want the situation in your neck of the woods, so you run them out and send them to somebody else to be somebody else's problem. But not understanding that there's no such thing as somebody else's problem. It's all of our problems. Right? You know, we all live here. If we can't help these people, at least the ones that are able. You know, you got a lot of people that are addicts, and you got a lot of people that got mental issues, but there's able bodies over here that is just looking for a job. You know, looking for a space to keep their stuff from getting jacked. You know, at the end of the day, man, these are the people that live in your community. You know, and they deserve an opportunity too.
And just to add to that, Mason, there is, I don't want to say a lot of them, but there is a few individuals that we have ran into that are working.
Yeah.
But they still can't afford the cost of living to go find an apartment or whatever because it's too expensive. So, you know, they do these jobs, but they're right back. As soon as they're done, they come right back out to the streets because, like I said, they can't afford none of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like you mentioned. Not all of them's on drugs. Not all of them don't have a job. Some of them do. Not a lot, but some of them try. They're trying. So, but it's hard for them to get that help just to try to make it, man. It's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah, it takes all of us to solve this problem, man. And you know, we live in a small state compared to everybody else.
We got Coco. Yeah. There's Coco right here. Lifesaver. Right here.
No, I love y'all. And I love your clothing.
Thank you.
You're the one that made all those hoodies?
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm trying to sell them.
Let me know. I can help you.
Yeah, I got a website.
Add me on Instagram.
I will.
And I'll post your link.
I'm Cambodian.
Well,
Yeah.
that's cool. You know, it's education and being smart and knowledge. It's all it takes. And be responsible and take care of yourself. That's important
Yeah, thank you.
in this world. Hi. What's that though?
Oh, this I have a
Not too bad.
I have a YouTube channel that I'm just trying to showcase some of the problems that we have out here in our county. And,
The problem is everybody's selfish and they're stingy.
how long you been out here?
For 3 years, but I'm leaving from out here. I'm going to go detox LDS
Yeah.
on Thursday. I'm
That's good.
excited. My daughter's coming out here to be with the family. Her mommy's side, and I'm going to put my big girl pants on, and instead of her walking in her grandma's door and her auntie's door, she'll have her own door.
Yeah.
And I asked the Lord for this. I'm so excited. I'm scared too at the same time.
Yeah. Proud of you. That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah. I wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, these are citizens that live in our community, man. And, it's humbling when you come out here, I've been where I've been, but I've been very blessed, fortunate that a lot of people reach out to me and help me out, get on my feet. So for me, I got to pay it forward, man.
That doesn't help me. That doesn't.
My name's Jake Kennison. We're just out here giving back, trying to support people that are struggling a little bit more than I am, right? Because I wouldn't be in the position I'm in if people hadn't helped me in my low times. So I'm in recovery from substance abuse. A couple of my partners out here are, and so we're really trying to kind of push recovery and making sure they have the support, Narcan, testing strips, all that stuff, so that at least if they're going to use, they can do it safe until they can sober up enough to get to treatment or help or recovery or whatever they need, Yeah, it's just it's part of the recovery way, and it's also part of what's true to my heart, right? I did a lot of damage in my youth and need to get back in a certain way. So this is how I choose to do it today.
Well, how did you link up with Coco and these organizers, these guys?
I have a friend named Meg, and she's known Coco and done service with them, and she's always invited me out. So I just come out and link up in whatever way I can. So I'm a licensed social worker, so it brings a different field out to it. I can work clinically with people while I'm here, which is gives a whole new angle.
Yeah. Well, what do you think we can do to help, mediate the problem that is with the homelessness and stuff like that? And really, all the rest of this stuff is going around in Salt Lake.
Yeah, man, it's tough, right? There's a lot of mental illness. There's a lot of substance abuse. Those things are impossible to get into if you don't have money. If you don't have money and resources to get into treatment or get help off the street or help for your mental health, it's hopeless. It's hopeless, right? And so luckily there's a lot of people that understand the struggle that will come out here and help. And that's the only way, right? The city has to get involved, and it's not clear cutting all these homes, the camps, right? It's coming through and actually hey, let's get you in treatment. Let's get you the help you need for your mental illness. Whatever it is they need to do to help, because what they're doing is not doing it.
Yeah, they're just moving people from one location to another.
Yeah,
and then
it's a joke.
Having them be worse off because their property, their possession, has just been bulldozed.
Right, yeah.
So now
you spend a year getting all your resources put together, and you got a good little tent, you got some tarps, and it's not a lot, but you have it and you're safe, right? And then they just ramrod it. Yeah, take it all from you. You got to start again from zero, and there's no resources for these people. It's hard to get in. The system is broken, right? Being able to receive help is a joke, and so it really relies on grassroots organizations like this to come out and help. So we do what we can, right?
Yeah, how they can follow you guys on your with Coco and all them?
Coconut Hut on Instagram. You can also look at my Instagram. My Instagram is obviously Jake. Those are the fastest ways to find it. My email is
obviously Jake.
Obviously.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. I thought you were just saying there's obviously Jake.
Yeah.
I got yes. Just want to clarify it.
I'm always. My email is my full name, so Jacob Kennison at Gmail. JACOBKENISON at Gmail. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm always in it.
Yeah. I love what you guys are doing out here, man. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So we just got done feeding the homeless, giving out some warm gear. It's raining right now. It's cold as shit. It's middle of January. But now coming out here, man, humbles you. It makes you grateful for the little things that you got. We're all just one choice away, one bad situation from being in their same shoes. And a lot of these people, they're not addicts. Some of them are. Some of them have mental issues and stuff, but a lot of these people just ran into some hard times, man. And the way the economy, the way the world is right now, it's hard for them to get back on their feet. And I didn't know that these people come through and get that the state, the government come through and freaking bulldoze their shit, and throw that shit in the garbage. So you got these dudes out here that's already in a bad situation, accumulating stuff, whether it's tents, warm clothing, cooking items or whatever. And then when the state decides they want to clean it up because, they want to put on a face like, oh, we got a clean city or something, they come through, they don't even give them any warning and just bulldoze their shit. But now they're making that, when they do that, they're not helping nobody. They're making the situation worse because now these guys are without the little possessions that they got. So they got to go back and re-up again. So they might end up breaking into somebody's home, trying to get a tent, trying to get some warm clothing that they already had before the state came and bulldozed them. And these people that come and clean out these, that come and clear these encampments, I don't know how you've lost your humanity, how you don't have any empathy for these people that are falling on some hard times. You come out here, man, I don't even have the words for it, but yeah, some of them enjoy this shit. Some of them really feel like these people are scum of the earth. And it's sad, man. And it's, like I say, I don't have the words to express my frustration or my anger towards people that get put in these type of mentality. Because, as you know, you guys that follow me, I've been incarcerated for 20-something years, and I run into COs that have the same mentality, that because we're locked up, because we're wearing the khakis and they're wearing the uniform, that somehow they're better than us and we're a lesser human being than them. And for these people that think like that, man, I don't ever wish you anything, any ill or anything, but if you ever get yourself in a bad situation where you're homeless or you're incarcerated, I just hope you don't, because motherfuckers gonna remember you and they're not gonna be too kind to you, man. And you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. Like, we're all human, and we need a little bit more compassion in this world, a little bit more understanding, a little more empathy. They don't want you to feel sorry for them, but they want you to kind of understand, like, hey, man, some of us ain't in here because we fucked up. The situation was bad. Like, you got a dude out there that, they shut down the whole world during this fake ass pandemic shit, right? And I say it's fake ass shit because it ain't gone away. The virus, now you finding out, the vaccine, you find out now. Or was it the jab? You gotta call it the jab. You find out now. That shit don't do a fucking thing for you. And in some cases, it's really damaging people's health. You have a lot of kids that are, of healthy age, in their 20s and stuff, that are falling out, having heart failures, heart attacks and stuff, because of the side effects of this thing that they, push through, and that these pharmaceutical companies are exempt from any liability. So it's a bad situation all around. I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to be able to get into all the, things about that. But I'm living it. I got life experience and seeing the stuff that's happening around me, But again, man, that's for another episode, if ever one for that. If there's ever going to be one for that. But, with the homeless community, man, these are the people that live in your community, and these guys from Day One, Utah, they're not going to be able to do it by themselves. That's why I'm documenting these things. Hoping some of you that view this thing see out, man, reach out to them, hit them up on Facebook, Instagram, follow them, see what project they're doing next. They're always doing something. it's a daily grind out here for them. You know, I come out when I can from, you know, whatever else I got going on in my life. And they got full-time jobs. They're not getting funded by the state or none of that. They're just reaching out to the people in their community. And for the most part, everybody they reach out to, you know, just the friends and family that they know, they've all come through, and it's been a blessing. But again, it's a big problem, too big for them to handle by themselves. So I invite all you guys out there that follow me to just check them out. And if you can, if you're able, man, donate your time. And if donate your money, donate a hat, donate a shirt, you know, just be a part of it somehow, because it takes all of us to solve this problem that is probably never going to get solved. But there's people out here that's in the street, that's in the cold, that could really use some of our compassion. Man, thanks for tuning in. This is Beyond the Wall, man. This is what it's about, life.